The best camera for street photography will deliver a superior in-the-moment photographic experience. Street shooting is all about being there, blending within your surroundings, and finding that split-second moment where the elements align. The best cameras for street photography are small and discreet, yet fast and flexible to allow you to respond to fast-moving situations. Street photography is an art that requires a good eye, a little discretion, and a camera that you can take anywhere. Though you will find hundreds or even thousands of them in the market, here are the top 5 best cameras for street photography. You will know why they are best after you watch the whole video about them. So let's get started. And don't forget to check the product link in the description. Number 1. Fujifilm X-Pro3. The Fujifilm X-Pro3 is an interchangeable lens mirrorless rangefinder-style camera with a unique hybrid optical and electronic viewfinder. This retro-inspired APS-C model has a reverse flip-out screen that encourages using this hybrid viewfinder in photography and can make it a bit wieldy to shoot video. It's also decently portable and amazingly well-built. However, depending on your choice of camera settings and usage patterns, its battery life is only adequate. The Fujifilm X-Pro3 is very good for travel photography. It offers impressive image quality, with a fairly wide dynamic range and good noise handling capability, even at higher ISO levels. Its wide shutter speed range is also well suited to capturing everything from long exposure shots to stills of fast-moving subjects. Its autofocus system is also impressively quick and accurate when it comes to tracking moving subjects. Its autofocus system is also impressively quick and accurate when it comes to tracking moving subjects. If you're looking to give your photos a distinctive flair, the camera has a couple of film-inspired visual effects that you can apply. That said, depending on your settings and usage patterns, it can also sometimes be a little heavy to carry around handheld for long periods, though its metal construction looks and feels premium. The Fujifilm X-Pro3 is great for landscape photography. It offers a reasonably wide dynamic range, and images are quite low in noise, even at higher ISO levels. The Fujifilm X-Pro3 is good for sports and wildlife photography. Its maximum continuous shooting speed is reasonably quick, though it takes some time to clear its buffer, so it's best to keep continuous bursts fairly short. The Fujifilm X-Pro3 delivers an impressive overall performance for studio video. It's capable of recording at up to 30 frames per second in 4K or native 60 frames per second in FHD without a crop. Video quality is impressively sharp and detailed in either resolution, though there's noticeable visual noise in darker environments. Its F-Log shooting mode yields a wider dynamic range in recording and allows for in-depth color grading while editing. Number 2. LUMIX LX100V. The Panasonic LUMIX LX100V is a premium compact camera with a 17-megapixel micro Four Thirds sensor. It's designed with enthusiasts in mind, with a dedicated shutter speed dial and aperture ring around the lens for on-the-fly exposure adjustments. It's also very portable and lightweight. It takes advantage of its larger sensor by cropping photos down to a range of different aspect ratios without reducing the field of view. Because of this, its built-in Leica DC lens has a full-frame equivalent focal length of 24 to 75 mm, giving you some flexibility to zoom in or take close-ups. It delivers excellent JPEG image quality and has impressive raw noise handling capability, making it well-suited to taking photos in low light. The Panasonic LX100V is decent for travel photography. It's portable and lightweight, making it easy to slip into a travel bag. It also delivers excellent image quality with relatively minimal noise at higher ISO levels, so it's well suited to shooting in low light. It also has a good battery life that should last through a day of taking photos, though this can vary with settings and usage habits. The Panasonic LX100V is very good for landscape photography. Image quality is excellent overall, and it has a great dynamic range to bring out a wide array of details in high-contrast landscape shots. It's also very portable, so it's easy to take to more remote shooting locations. The Panasonic LX100II is decent for sport and wildlife photography. The Panasonic LX100II is okay for studio video. It delivers good overall video quality, particularly in 4K. It introduces a lot of rolling shutter effects when panning from side to side, which can be distracting. It also lacks headphones and microphone jacks. Its internal recording capability is also limited, so it can only record 4K videos in 15-minute increments. While its autofocus system is good at tracking moving objects, it struggles a lot with moving faces. Third sensor technology in Panasonic's world-renowned LX high-end compact camera series. Number 3. RICOH GR3. The RICOH GR3 is a compact APS-C camera with a fixed prime lens and minimalist design aimed at street photographers. It's remarkably portable and can easily fit into a pocket or small bag. Its built-in lens has a 28mm equivalent focal length, which is a wide enough angle to capture everyday moments and street scenes, and it has a crop function for its sensor if you prefer to shoot at 35mm or 50mm. The lens has a built-in neutral density filter to reduce the amount of light entering the camera, and its 24.24-megapixel sensor delivers excellent image quality with minimal visual noise at higher ISO settings. This makes it well-suited to shooting in more dimly lit conditions. The RICOH GR3 is decent for travel photography. It delivers excellent image quality and performs well even in low light. It's remarkably compact and easy to take with you on the go. It also feels well built and has a very bright screen that can easily overcome glare in sunny conditions. The RICOH GR3 is great for landscape photography. It delivers excellent overall image quality and has a great dynamic range to bring out a wider range of detail in landscape shots. While its built-in lens has a fixed focal length, it has a wide enough field of view for landscapes, and its built-in neutral density filter can help you take long exposure shots. It's also remarkably compact, so it's easy to take with you to remote shooting locations. The RICOH GR3 has a built-in neutral density filter for its lens that affects how much light the camera lets in, allowing you to shoot at slower shutter speeds for longer exposure shots or use a larger aperture than you would be able to otherwise. The RICOH GR3 was made for street photographers, and if you're looking for something that is truly pocketable. Like the Fuji, it also uses a large APS-C sensor, so you get excellent image quality and fair performance even in low light. Number 4. Fujifilm X100V. The Fujifilm X100V is a compact APS-C camera with a built-in prime lens. It has a hybrid electronic optical rangefinder that adds a bit of retro flair, while its lens, fixed focal length, encourages you to move around and engage with your subjects to frame the shot the way you want. The camera's lightweight, compact design makes it easy to bring along with you throughout the day. It delivers excellent image quality out of the box and records impressively sharp, detailed videos in both 4K and FHD. The Fujifilm X100V is good for travel photography. Out-of-the-box image quality is excellent, with good noise handling capability and minimal loss of sharpness at higher ISO levels, which is good if you plan on shooting in darker environments. Its compact design makes it very easy to travel with. Its autofocus system does a good job of tracking moving subjects. The lens and built-in ND filter should allow you to use a wider aperture or a slower shutter speed in brightly lit environments. Its fixed focal length forces you to move around to properly compose your shots, which some people may prefer, though it isn't as versatile as a fixed zoom lens for farther away subjects. The Fujifilm X100V is great for landscape photography. Out-of-the-box image quality is amazing, with fantastic noise handling capability and sharpness, which yields clear and detailed landscape photos. It also feels quite solidly built, and it's partially weather sealed, though you need to purchase extra accessories to get full weather sealing. Its lens built-in ND filter gives you a bit of extra leeway in widening the aperture or slowing down shutter speed in bright environments. Its tilting screen is sharp and bright enough to be seen even under direct sunlight. The Fujifilm X100V is pretty good for sports and wildlife photography. It has a reasonably fast continuous shooting speed and can clear its image buffer quickly, so you should be able to fire off a couple of extended bursts without long interruptions. Number 5. PowerShot G5X Mark II. The Canon PowerShot G5X Mark II has been launched at the same time as the Canon PowerShot G7X Mark III, and comes with the same new stacked CMOS sensor and Digic 8 processor, to allow a step change in video recording capabilities, up from Full HD to 4K, plus improved high ISO performance, and an unusual fully automatic 30 frames per second burst mode, which captures images in Canon's own highly efficient CR3 RAW format. This push towards speed, power, and processing reminds us of Sony's continued evolution of its tiny but expensive RX100 series cameras. The G5X also has a new 5x zoom lens, which is both longer than the lens on the original PowerShot G5X, with a new maximum 120mm equivalent focal length, but also offers a fast f1.8 aperture at the widest zoom setting, which only drops to f2.8 even at full zoom. Its lens alone makes the G5X Mark II look like it could potentially be one of the best compact cameras to buy right now, and its 1-inch sensor gives it an instant advantage in image quality over regular point-and-shoot cameras and even the best camera phones. The new G5X Mark II is very different. The viewfinder housing has gone and the EVF is now incorporated into the body via the pop-up slide-out arrangement first used by Sony on its RX100 series cameras. The PowerShot G5X Mark II uses the same sensor, processor, and autofocus system as the G7X Mark III, and feels very similar to use, with fast and positive AF at normal focus distances and zoom settings, and especially rapid and effective face detection. The image quality is less impressive. The G5X Mark II has a 1-inch sensor, which is a good deal larger than the average compact camera sensor and halfway to the size of a DSLR or mirrorless camera, so we were expecting clean, sharp results. The new Canon PowerShot is certainly smaller and more powerful than its predecessor,